is not an easy way to achieve American hegemony. As the leading elder brother of the G7, the US has made clear its hegemonism and its attempt to contain China. The summit of the Group of Seven industrialized nations has concluded in Cornwall on June 11. It was the first face-to-face meeting between leaders of the 7 countries in nearly 2 years. For the US, the G7 remains a ready-made tool for rallying allies and achieving American hegemony. US President Joe Biden wants to show that America is back and rally allies to meet the challenges of our time. Biden believes that the G7 is an important mechanism for him to continue to dominate the world. But the question is, the G7 is not what it used to be, and the world is not what it used to be. It is an indisputable fact that the overall strength of the G7 is declining, its governance is inadequate, and its allies are estranged from each other. At this summit, US President Biden tried to cajole G7 leaders to sign a joint statement calling out China directly for forced labor practices in Xinjiang province, and urging G7 leaders to call out, compete and against China. Beneath the disguise of addressing the challenge posed by China lies a malicious intent of the US to seek total hegemony and absolute security. But the reality is completely at odds with Biden's optimism about Europe. Several major European countries are not fully in the same boat as the United States. Some members of the G7 appear reluctant to risk damaging bilateral relations with China by forming a united front with the US. German Chancellor Angela Merkel hopes to strengthen China-EU financial ties and is determined to complete the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline project between Germany and Russia. French President Emmanuel Macron calls for strategic autonomy for Europe as he opposes US-Europe efforts to curb China. Even the UK, which is closest to the US, wants to keep a balance on China and avoid the G7 meeting degenerating into an anti-China conference. Almost everyone agrees that the world's core problems, such as